Whew. Okay, guys, I swear I have other clothes. I put this on in the morning and then I'm weird. I make like costume changes throughout the day, but yeah, this is just what I put on. Okay, Loki has been working with me and working super intensely so that I get off my ass and get off a certain platform, which if you guys have followed me for a couple of years, you know which one it is. And I'm not talking about Facebook. The funny thing is, you know how when you post to Facebook, you don't ever have to be there? So I'm actually not there. It just has the illusion of me being there because it auto posts for me. So it looks like I'm on Facebook, right? And I'm never there. If I'm on Facebook, it's because I want to see if the local restaurant is like having a sale or something. Anyhow, there was a person that I had ran across while I was on the Asphyxer, and I asked Loki if this was a good idea to make his video, and he's like, yeah. And if you guys have seen the older videos, you see what bad shape I'm in, and I've left them up. As painful as it is for me to see, I want you guys to see that you can go through a period that bad in your life and come through it. Well, you know how there are people that like to beat up homeless people? There's a version of these people online, and long story short, I ran into someone that was just enjoying my suffering, and I didn't know it. And when I was on that spectre, I was hallucinating and seeing shit that wasn't there, and they were taking full advantage of it. And they just basically are one of those people that like to really fuck with people online, and I had thought I had gotten them out of my life because I stopped going to this platform. And I stopped going to other platforms and everything else because they're one of those psychopaths that they're really close to you. They're like soul bonded to you. Then all of a sudden they fucking flip on you because you do something, and you're talking to them and they're not hearing what you're saying at all. And especially if you're on a spectrum and depressed, you're like trying to reassure the person that you're not doing what they think you're doing. And they're just manipulating you, and you're getting gaslit with all the burners on, baby. So that happened, and this person had showed up on Facebook. They had blocked me on Facebook when it was in the middle of trying to say, I don't know what you think is going on, but none of this stuff is happening. What are you talking about? And they showed up on Facebook. And apparently they've been stalking me for quite a while, and everything I do, I guess they have to do too. I didn't even look at their content. And I'm like, wow, you're really fucked up in the head. I'm the one on the spectre and should be on suicide watch, but you're stalking the crazy person? That's a whole new level of crazy. So, what we've been doing is going through that account and getting rid of everything. So when I bring you guys some pictures and stuff, and this is something I did new, like all the videos are fresh and new usually, because I couldn't store a video on that platform. But like when we come across a really nice picture, we'll make a video out of it. And we've even thrown some really nice pictures out because Loki's like, look, if you want to move on with your life, you gotta fucking set this place on fire. Get rid of everything. Now, there were over 2,000 items, which is why I'm getting carpal tunnel, because I have to keep clicking to get rid of stuff. But we're not going to try to do it all in one day. We're down to about 1,800 some, things. I think we were at like 3,000 when we started, so we're like halfway through just about. And, sometimes you have to be willing to do that. Especially if you grew up kind of sheltered, even if you had mentally disturbed people in your family. You're really not ready for it when you run into them in real life. And, you can have all the compassion you want, but that doesn't mean you let these people in your life and try to fix them on your own. They need to be in a psychiatric ward. And I say that as a person that comes from a family with a large membership that spent time in psych wards. So, my brother was in one, my uncle was in one, various family members have been in and out in psych wards all their life. And that's not cute. It's not charming. It's like everybody loves a joke girl. And so do I, but it's like, you know what? Insane people actually aren't cute and charming. They're fucking crazy. They're scary and they're dangerous. You would not want to actually live with one. So it's like, unfortunately, if you're down and you're out, sometimes you attract very damaged, very dangerous people But the point is, Loki kept me safe, and he will continue to keep me safe. I think part of it was my fault because I thought I got rid of everything already that could have possibly kept attracting this person to me. And I hadn't. There were like old stuff that like when they were like soul bonded to me, I had like posted stuff. You know how you post back and forth on the platform to people. I had left it up and didn't realize it. I had gone through already a couple times over the years and destroyed everything. And I thought, why the fuck is this person still showing up in my life? I've gotten rid of everything. There's nothing to attract them to me anymore. What the fuck can I do to let them know that they gotta go get professional help and move on with their life? And I found something like just the other day, and I'm like, oh, holy fuck, this would explain a lot. Because, you know how there are those people that start stalking celebrities and they've had this whole relationship with the person in their mind? I didn't think it happened to everyday people. And unfortunately, this person, part of me thinks they're insane. They just like to fuck with people because they pick a new target every so often. They just like to drive people fucking nuts. But, you know, thankfully, thanks to Loki, I got away from that and I got better. And it's been mentally painful to go back to this platform to have to get rid of all this stuff. But I'm like, if this is a sacrifice it takes, one, I don't care because having all that stuff on that platform was actually keeping me from moving forward because I had it already. So why go out and do more pictures when I'd done it already? So, you know, it's actually a good thing. Loki may not have engineered it, and that was what our fight was about the other day. But he's like, I'm going to take full advantage. I've been telling you to get off your fucking ass and get rid of this stuff for years because it's just sitting there and you're just sitting there like a log and you're not fucking doing stuff. He says, no, you're going to get rid of this shit. And unfortunately, there's no master button on this platform where I can go in and delete everything. If I deactivated my account, all my stuff would be up there forever. And after a while, I couldn't get back in to delete it. So I've got like over 1,800 more things to delete. And like my wrist is so sore. And he's like, okay, quit for the day. I can pace myself as long as I keep doing it. Even if I did one a day for 1,800 days, he'd be fine. But you know me, I get driven and I've been playing the music. So if you see some of the music videos get really high numbers, that's why. I've been playing the music and I've been, you know, just going through and deleting everything. And it hurts like a son of a bitch, but he's right. That's been my crutch. And it's been my excuse not to go out and work on my photography and that. No, I was sick as a dog last night from being outside, so, you know, the van are yelling at me, but, um, I think, you know, it was one of those things where the person thought they would back me into a corner and I wouldn't reach out for help. But I'm gonna tell you, yeah, and if they show up on the channel, just ignore them. They did it on the other channel. They kept like they got like 20 different names and they were accusing me of stuff that never happened. I live in a different fucking country from this person and I can't walk, you know, very far. So any relationship this person thinks we've had is in their own fucking mind. So just so you guys know. Um it's unfortunate that there are people like that out there that they need help, but you know, even though you can have compassion for people and think they need help, you don't have to let them attack you and abuse you. There's a guy around here that he actually has a home, but his shtick is he likes to act like he's homeless. And he's fuck nuts crazy. When he's on his medication, he's astute and literate. When he's not, he's fuck nuts crazy and he's violent and he's attacked people. We can have all the compassion in the world for him, but that doesn't mean we let him attack people and hurt them. So, you know, some people do need to be put into facilities, and it's not because you don't care about them, it's because they literally cannot function safely in society, because they'll function for a while, and I know, I've been on pills, I know how lousy the side effects are, but they just can't function safely within society, and they do need a structured place where if they do get a violent episode, people are there, people can handle it, and they're not going to hurt themselves and they're not going to hurt other people. You know, like I said, we have a lot of suicide and depression and people in and out of psych wards in my family. So it's something I take very seriously, and I do have compassion. I know people can't help themselves in one way, but it doesn't mean we excuse the behavior either, or that we just go, oh, that's okay, they're just attacking people. Normal, everyday people like you and I, we cannot handle these people. We don't have the skills. We don't have the expertise to handle them when they're that violent. It's actually for their own good to be in a place where they can go through therapy, maybe after several years, or, maybe they have to be in that facility for life, but it will still give them a better life where they're cared for and they're managed and they're not destructive and they're not hurting other people. And so it's all good. So, we talk about everything on this channel. And Loki's been like, I want you to tell people what's going on because I don't want this person to think that they're getting away with this. Because the worst part of all, this person claimed Loki sent them to me to teach them. So that's why if you ever tell me Loki sent you, I'm like, no, fuck you, get away from me. I believe Loki can bring people together, but at the same time, the first time somebody tells me, oh, Loki sent me to you, and I just have this problem, I'm like, no, fuck you, get away from me. I've heard that story before. Loki brought us together, no, fuck you. So, if I seem kind of cagey sometimes, guys, that's why, exactly, because, when I tell you Loki attracts a circus, that's what I mean. He's attracted stalkers into my life, he's attracted freakazoids into my life. He's attracted a lot of fucked up people into my life, and that's coming from someone that's been on a specter and been suicidal and been all their life. But, them's the breaks. Even if Loki did not attract these people, he at least used it as rocket fuel to propel me forward. He's like, I've told you to get off the fucking platform, now you're gonna move. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.